Welcome to this ECA presentation on completing certification. This is the Minor Electrical Installation Work Certificate and is delivered by ECA Technical. Today we are going to learn about completing a Minor Electrical Installation Work Certificate, or Minor Work Certificate as it's commonly known. The presentation is not about how to complete inspection and testing. We will assume you have prior and sufficient knowledge and relevant experience on how to complete that task itself. This presentation will give you assistance when completing model forms. The forms have been updated for Amendment 2 of BS 7671, and there's some small changes to accommodate new devices such as AFDDs. We have used the ECA model forms. It's a model form based on the IET model forms, and other forms do exist, so we recommend you get familiar with the forms you're using. It's the same principal information regardless of what forms you are completing. The Minor Work Certificate is a simple form used where additions and alterations to existing circuits have been made. It can also be used where there's a replacement of equipment. For example, an accessory or luminaire to prove the circuit is compliant to BS 7671, but this is not strictly necessary. However, if you have tested the circuit, then there's no harm in completing a Minor Work Certificate. Some contracts may even require this. It's important to note that this form is not to be used for new circuits or replacement of distribution boards or consumer units. An example of where this form can be used is given here, where we're moving a cleaner socket in a corridor. A simple brief description of the works is all that's required. Comments on existing installation. This is new for BS 7671 Amendment 2 and gives an opportunity to document any defects in the installation which are outside the scope of works you are committed to. So you only need to record what is reasonably practical. So examples would be the main bonding conductors identified by the colour green, so not green and yellow. Or they might have a cross-sectional area less than required by Chapter 54, but nevertheless are deemed adequate by the designer of the alteration or addition. It's worth to note that before you carry out any alterations or additions, you should ensure that any defects or omissions that will affect the safety of the addition or alteration are corrected before a certificate is issued. The comments on existing installation is for areas outside the scope of works you're completing. As before, with earthing and bonding, complete the form as required. Just a reminder that existing earthing and bonding must be inspected and verified prior to any installation works, including additions or alterations, to ensure that these are adequate before the new works. Complete your circuit details and test results. Generally it is simple and only essential information needs to be recorded. So all relevant essential tests must be applied. The circuit in question here is a cleaner socket. We've documented where the cleaner socket is, which distribution board, which protected devices and RCDs are in situ, and also the continuity results, earth loop impedance and RCD test. So we've only completed those tests which are required. When completing the form, so the final declaration, only one signature is required. It's a very simple form just for some simple works. So when filling out and signing the form on behalf of a company or another business entity, individuals must state for whom they are acting. So the Minor Work Certificate is a simple form with essential information only, designed for small additions and modifications. There's no limit to any additional information you may wish to include or append to the Minor Work Certificate, and these may be items such as risk assessments, manufacturer's data sheets, or any other commissioning certification as required. We hope you have enjoyed learning about completing electrical minor work certificates throughout this presentation. ECA can further support you. We have a suite of editable electrical certificates, all updated for Amendment 2 on our website, and these are free for our ECA members. Also, a comprehensive selection of risk assessments and technical guides and bulletins are available. Check out the ECA website and ECA app for guides and information. Members can email us at technical@eca.co.uk or call us on 020 7313 4833. Once again, thank you for listening.